Hey guys, it's Tachi, and today I'm bringing you a Marvel Heroes gameplay with the Punisher. You can see he's a pretty hit-him-hard type of character. You just saw him use Explosive Rocket, which is a pretty cool attack. It's a targeted AoE, so basically whatever hits it sets off the AoE, and then it's an explosive radius around it, which is pretty cool. Main attack is Rifle Shot right there. It's pretty effective. Single target only. This is one of those characters where, and you don't see this too often, and I've played several of the Marvel Heroes characters, that the right-click power, which is generally, some kind of distance, if it's a melee character or some kind of AoE type of thing. It's just not very effective. It's Deadly Barrage, and it's an kind of a multiple target hit type of distance shot, and it really doesn't do a whole lot, I find. First you have to get them to line up in pretty much a straight line, and it's just not worth it. I'd rather use Explosive Rocket, even though it uses a lot more spirit. I like these little side areas in the various places you go. That gives you an opportunity to kind of earn something big. Generally there's some kind of blue equipment payoff or a lot of experience worth. And it's kind of cool little distraction, something different from what you've been attacking. And of course it's a little more tough. Especially for the Punisher here, these yellow guys are not easy. I found a lot about playing the Punisher so far at these low levels is lining the enemies up, or grouping them up rather, so that you can hit them with Explosive Rocket. That's a cool one. Another of his cool powers is Combat Lunge. You basically lunge in a straight line towards something. You stop when you hit a target, but it's an AoE effect around you once you hit. So you basically mow down at least one mob, and it does a decent amount of damage, so I like it a lot. Another reason to... Oh, and I'm sorry about this. There's a bug sometimes. It just happened with this last patch. I've noticed before. But there's not a Combat Lunge. But when the enemies attack you with some kind of rapid fire thing, that you hear that that's the sound of their shot, and it just kind of carries on. So hopefully it's not too noticeable, but it does occur for the rest of the clip, sadly. And you can kind of see there the bug kind of taking effect. You saw like the shots coming, hitting him. And I know it sucks. I'd love to edit out this sound, but I can't. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'll understand if you just can't watch the rest of the clip because of that damn sound. And here you see the Explosive Rocket again. Once those guys gather around me, it's pretty much an AoE around you. And that just kicked him with Steel-Toed Kick. Basically what happens is it's a single target, and once you kick him with it, it backs him up quite a bit and causes some decent damage. So kind of getting back to what I was talking about, when you have mobs gather around you and use Explosive Rocket, it's pretty much a 360 attack, because I mean the people on all sides of you remain within the radius. So here I just made a level, time to add on to something, and I believe I put that in Driven by Vengeance. It's a passive, which is another kind of cool thing about Punisher. It gives you a percentage chance to spend Vengeance instead of Spirit when you use a power. Vengeance is gained by killing mobs, so each time you kill a mob you gain a little Vengeance. And with this guy, he does mow him down pretty quick, especially with that Explosive Rocket. Yep, like I said, it's all a matter of, at this point at least... Ooh, and they saw Combat Lunge, quite effective there. I think it took out 2 guys there. So it's pretty much an AoE burst where you impact. So then, if you see like 3 guys grouped together, you don't feel like doing the explosive rocket, do a combat lunge, will bash them both. And see, it took out 2 guys. Oh, almost 2 guys. But pretty effective. And I think it'll be a neat power if there comes a time when you want to give up rocket lunge. It's another kind of, or not rocket lunge, sorry, totally different character. I'm not even sure that's power, but explosive rocket. If you should ever have to give that up, it's kind of a neat little thing. You zip, again, it's kind of like a AoE impact type thing. And here's me finding a cache. Ooh, blue item. Always good. But it's pretty effective, and it's a movement skill. It'll get you out of those red circles when the boss mobs attack. Cool. So, I mean, Punisher is a pretty good character. I was a little skeptical at first. When you start, you pretty much have Rifle Shot and Deadly Barrage. And like I said, Deadly Barrage to me is pretty useless. I see no reason to use it when you have Explosive Rocket. And I think it does cost, Explosive Rocket does cost more Spirit, I believe. But Deadly Barrage is just so ineffective. It does so little damage, even if you're hitting, a dozen mobs. It does so little damage that it's really negligible. I don't see why anyone would be putting a lot of points into that. When I do these levels, I do try to be kind of thorough. I'd like to get my most experience for my buck here. And plus, you do run into those little equipment caches if you go off the beaten path. If you, go left when you're probably should go right. You may just run into a couple harder mobs that'll give you some experience orbs and get a cache. You never know. Sometimes no, sometimes yes. But those people that just go, for the, straight for the exit, that was another combat lunge, very cool. Those people who go just straight for the exit are missing out on some gear. That is without a doubt. Now, one thing I have noticed as I kind of look at the higher level Punisher powers is that I think he's very specializable. There's different powers, hey, there's like there eventually is a shotgun shot, which I believe is a kind of an AoE, a short range, arched AoE. And, if you want to be that kind of character, if you want to let him get close, that kind of thing, and you want to take out large groups. And there's, I think, a piercing round, which, will basically take out a line's worth of mobs in front of you. Oop. And of course, here we find the boss mob, Shocker, and he just was kicking my butt. I mean, I think I could have made better use of combat lunge. Of course, it would have been taking up my spirit. But worth it not to get hit constantly by him. I mean, if you notice, the Punisher is constantly getting trounced, and I just cannot seem to get out of that short range there. I can get out of the red circles easily enough, but just getting out of his, doing my damage to him, and then also avoiding his direct attack on you, it was difficult. Again, I could have used combat lunge a little more and avoided more of those, but I really wanted to save my spirit for explosive rocket attacks, and again, it just takes some time. You're frozen in place when you do these attacks, so I just kept trying to go for the, do maximum damage that I can, whittle them down, and that was only partially effective. You see, I use a lot of med packs, but that's the way it works sometimes for these non-regeneration characters, like Wolverine, Deadpool, that kind of thing. Alright, cool. An effective use of combat lunge, getting out of the circle and hitting, and now we got our goodies, including a purple bodysuit.
This could come in handy.
That could come in handy. I don't think so either. That damn machine gun sound in the back. Ugh. This is actually the first time I've actually had to get rid of gear. I probably should have sold before I started this level here. But oh well. It's not a horrible thing. So Shocker's done. There's still some mobs to take out before I'm done with this level. They're all pretty easy. And again, you can at this point, I think you can even foretell when I'm going to use Explosive Rocket. Whenever you see those mobs grouped up right next to each other in 2 or more, an Explosive Rocket's coming their way. Sometimes a Combat Lunge, but more likely Explosive Rocket. Just because it has the ability to take out multiple characters in a wider radius. Little inventory management. You can see how far those guys are standing from each other, and it still took both of them out. This is kind of a can't do without power. I think if you hadn't taken this power as Punisher, I think you'd be a very frustrated player. If not this one, you know, at higher levels, something equivalent that gives you that ability to, you know, do your, you know, big time AoEs. I think you even saw the guy on the right there take some damage. Alright, this will about end this clip. I hope you enjoyed it. I do apologize for the constant machine gun sound there. Definitely check out Marvel Heroes when it comes around. Punisher is a worthy character. I think you'd like him. Otherwise, I am going to talk to you guys again soon. Take care until then. Bye for now.